Welcome, welcome everyone to episode 70 of ChessWiz TV. Today is September 25th, 2014. Today we're going around the world. We've done that before, but it was many episodes ago. You know, like 50 episodes ago. So a lot of you weren't around then. I know a few of you did get to see that episode live, but not very many because we've got a lot of new viewers. So we're going to do it again. It's so much fun. Also, I want to do it, and that's a good reason to do just about anything. So let's do it. Yeah, I mean, why wait around? So here's the way around the world works. You start with a 1-minute game of chess. 1-minute game of chess. Boom, there we are, 1 minute. Are you ready? Let's go. And then you go to a 2-minute game, and then a 3-minute game, and then a 4-minute game and 5-minute game. At that point, you're halfway around the world, and you begin going back. 4-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, 1 minute, and then you're done. So it's 9 games in total, and your score out of 9 is however many wins you get. 1 win is a win. 1 win is 1 point. Half a win is half a draw. Half a win is a whole draw, which is worth half a point, and a loss, as you know, ain't worth nothing. So if you can score 9 out of 9, that means you won everything and everyone. Let's see what happens if I play g4. Should be interesting. Yeah, I like this openness. Let's see if I can checkmate him now. I don't care about the queen side. I'm going to checkmate you. Oh, you're closing up the queen side. I think my position is super awesome right now here on the king side because... Hi, Snaufau. I'm going to explain it again. Don't even worry. Because I can attack his queen and threaten checkmate at the same time. Oh, I guess it's not quite checkmate, but it's almost checkmate with... Oops, a knight can take me. Well, maybe he's going to get away. I don't know. What about this move? Oh, this is ugly. Oh, thank you. He could have taken with queen and hurt me pretty bad. On that last move, he could have played queen. It takes rook right here. And that would really hurt because although I could... Hey, I want that in red. Although I could capture back with the pawn, I would lose my queen with check right afterward. At which point, what would we be looking at? I would be missing my queen. Ow, ow, ow. He'd have 2 rooks and I'd have 0. I would have 2 minor pieces to his 2 rooks. So I'd be down 2 exchanges, which is pretty painful. Okay, so now let's get the extra text over here. Oh, there's the results from the last simultaneous exhibition, but we're not going to use them. We're going to edit them. Edit, edit, edit. Where's the edit mode? Here it is, properties. Okay. Erase all of that text and go 1 minute. 1-0, because I won. 1-0. I win. So around the world, for Snaufau, who just tuned in, is 1 game at each time control from 1 minute to 5 minutes and then back again. And my goal here is to win 8 out of 9, which is extremely many. The reason my goal is so high is because Hiya Goldie. He's calling me Wizzy, so I ought to compliment him with such a nice nickname as Goldie. My goal was very high because I thought, oh, I've got my rating band spread all the way out. I was challenging everyone from 800. You got to move, otherwise I won't play you. Chess. Oh, great. Now you're covering the chat with your crazy chat. And look, everyone wants to play me. But they want to play 1 minute. Okay, Apostolus knows what to do because it's a 2-minute game. Make a move already. C4, C5 looks fun. Okay. So my goal is high because I figured I'd be playing 800 rated players. And now I'm playing instead Goldilocks, which is extremely difficult because he's not rated 800. So we'll see how this goes. It's going to be a game of chess, guys. As best as I can tell, it's an actual game of chess. So that's going to make things interesting on ChessWiz TV. I enjoy chess. I hope you guys enjoy chess. If you don't like watching chess, then you probably shouldn't watch ChessWiz TV, because it's mostly chess on here. Now, there are some crazy jokes, like me, but it's mostly chess. Okay, should I develop my bishop or should I maneuver my knight to e5? If I maneuver, he's going to try to get f4 in there. I just know it. Then I won't be able to maneuver at all. So let's try this move. Okay, should I just trade? Nah, I don't want to trade. It's my good bishop. Watch this trick. He takes my bishop and I capture with pawn. It's brilliant. Hi, Daminiform. I know you. You are Trout. Brilliant. Brilliant! You are illuminating the sky with your brilliance. And you want to play a 1-minute game of chess with me. But that's too bad. I'm going around the world and I'm already in Japan. Because I'm going counterclockwise, if that makes any sense to you. It doesn't make any sense to me. But at least I can go, which is actually my best sound. If I take this pawn and he takes back, then I can't do anything. What if I take over there? Nothing again. Well, let's try Knight to the Rim. I heard Knight to the Rim is grim, or is it dim? I don't recall. I'm just trying it out, see what happens. Take. Ah, I can't take much, can I? Knight to the Rim was dumb. Maybe that's the saying. Should I get a batter bishop? Because my bishop is only blocked by 4 pawns right now. But if I play b6, it would be blocked by 5 pawns. That looks like an upgrade. Yeah, there we go. Now he has a great spot for his knight on c4, but it's going to take him 4 moves to get there. Actually more, because his knight doesn't have any squares to use. Some people like 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 attackers on f4, and he has 4 defenders. But now I have 5 attackers with bishop h6, so I can now take on f4. So hopefully my distractions on the king side will be enough to keep him from cracking me over here, because he does have a great lever on the queen side, more space, all that good stuff. So I have to distract him. He's running low on time, though, and that's going to help me quite a bit. Quite a beat. These distractions will help to keep my queen side from getting too weak. Oh, I've lost a piece, and I can't find it. My plan is to run you out of time, Goldilocks. You only have 13 seconds. And I'm amazing at speedy chess. Or at least I can move really fast. Ha! Ha! I get a queen too. Take that. And you're out of time, Goldilocks. Good game. I wins. I win against Goldilocks. I did not deserve to win, but I used my special powers. Ho ho, my special chess whiz powers. Which means lose a piece and then run him out of time. Why is this so tiny, guys? This should be huge. Oh, man. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I should say, oh, boy, right? Because boys are not men. Not yet. 2 minute. 1-0, and the result is now 2-0 for people who can't add. I should probably take the result line out because most of you guys can add. That's why you're chess players. And let's cover that up, whatever he's saying. Bad time management by me. Yep. Bad bishop management by me. See you around. Okay, who's challenging me for the 3-minute game? Apostolos is, and Norriger. Well, let's play Norriger because he's actually talking to me in chat. And I love people who talk to me in chat. I adore you in a figurative sense, not actually. And so, Apostolos, I'll decline your game just so you don't confuse all the viewers. F4. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. F4 high in the face. Well, let's see what I should do now. Should I play E5? Yes, I should play E5. This is called Fromm's Gambit. I don't know where it came from, but it's very exciting. It probably came from a Mr. Fromm. It's a dangerous one. What's up, Lilkov1? What's up? He says, what's up in chat. Otherwise, for you YouTube viewers, you're missing out, YouTube viewers. Missing out. Because there's no live chat for you guys. I mean, you could type in the comments, but they're kind of dead. I mean, there's like 0 comments on the video, so why would you even type in there? Now, I don't like d4. He's created a hole for himself in this... What? Let's try again. He's created a hole for himself in this area. X marks the spot. And that hole will be a weakness for his piece, for his position. I kind of want to play this. A grandmaster wouldn't, but I'm not a grandmaster, so I will. It's permitted by the rules of chess. Pawn to c5. Actually, what they would say in this position is pawn to queen's bishop 4. If you guys remember that. Orange water tastes very good. He says he's Trout, but he's actually Norrager, M. No Rager. Not Trout, because Trouts can't type. They have fins, not fingers. Although you could make like a Fin keyboard that can be typed on by fins. That could work. I wonder why no Trouts have invented that. I used to imagine that maybe animals would be as inventive as humans, so they would invent tools for themselves. Now, a few animals invent tools for themselves, but when I say that, I mean like a monkey using a piece of grass to poke down a hole. And that's not very tooly. I mean, that's not like it's a keyboard that has no keycaps on it, like this keyboard. This is a better tool than a piece of grass, significantly better. It's also slightly more expensive. But I mean like cool tools, which actually is kind of catchy. Cool tools? Like keyboards for fins. I think it would be really nice if the fish designed things for themselves. It would be kind of scary too, because you never know what a fish is going to design next. Maybe a big oven for people, to put people inside of them and then eat them. Because that's kind of what we design for fish, and it's not very fair that we design that and the fish don't design ovens for us. But at least there's chess. At least there's chess on the board right now. I wonder if any fish play chess. I could teach a fish to play chess. I saw a fish playing Pokemon the other day. Huh. Why not just play G5 right now? It just seems great to me. It just seems really great. So why not do it? How come he's the attacker? Doesn't make any sense. Actually, I'm going to go here and then bishop f4 attacking his queen, and he'll regret that he ever challenged me to a game of chess. Because his queen is pinned to his king in a painful turn of events, if you're white. Sorry, Norrager. Actually, I don't like that you're using your new account because you're rated 1500. And he resigns. Win for Chess Wins. I should change my name from Wiz to Wins because that's basically what I do. Was that a brilliancy or what? Actually, kind of what? Because anyone would see that who's a grandmaster. So it's not even impressive. Oh, 3 minute, 1-0. And then the result, for you guys who can't add, 1 + 1 + 1 is 3. We're on a roll. Now, we're not fighting easy peasy people right now. GG. But Steamy is watching me. We're not fighting the easy ones, but let's play against a random person. Maybe they'll be easier. Let's hope so, because this is tough. Question is, in chat, why would he resign when he could just play e6? The short answer is he couldn't play e6. The longer answer is you must have meant e3, which he could play, but then I would take it with my bishop, guarded by my rook on e8, which would then still be pinning him, and he would be down a pawn and still hurting as much as before. Ooh. What are you doing, John? That's a weird move. Why? Because our opponents are making holes. Look at this hole. No pawn can ever attack this square. Not even a pawn that turns into a queen, because it's not technically a pawn anymore. That's just so not protected, that square, that I could use that square for my knights. This one in particular, and perhaps this one much later. But anyway, it could happen. Trust me. So I'm excited to do that in the future, is just use that square till I win. Yes, Lil Kakoff, you missed the rook guarding. I saw it, though, because I'm ChessWiz. There's actually another reason. It has to do with eyes and photons. There were photons coming from my lamp thing, and they were emitted, and then they bounced off of my screen thing. And actually, the screen thing also generated photons, because it's powered by an electrical current. And those photons then went to my eye thing, which allowed me to see the rook. That's how it works. A6, B5, bishop somewhere, E6, blocking in my bishop. See, if I play E6, he'll never use the D5 square like I'm going to use the D4 square, which is extremely using. I guess I'll play here because then I could take a knight, which is the sole challenger of the X square. How dare you use that square? That's my square. The square is there. One fish, two fish. Red fish, blue fish. Okay, he's guarding the square, but you know what I'll do? I will play there to the square. Oh dear, fear me here. First I take this bishop, then I play this bishop here, which requires him to trade his bishop for my bishop, causing him to remain only one bishop against a knight in the square there. Do you guys see what I just did? Oh, I hear you like chess. So I put a square in your chess so you can chess while you square. I'm making less sense as time goes on. But I'm having a good time. I don't know if you guys are bored, but I'm having a great time right now. And you can tell because, actually you can't tell. If you're wondering, I'll just have to tell you. Yep, see what I'm doing right now? I'm moving the words over. Whee! It's pretty fun. Okay, so let's see what I should do. I'm never trading my knight for his bishop. Instead, I'm giving him a bad bishop. This is fun. Look at that bad bishop. If you've ever read the book Reassess Your Chess by Jeremy Silman, it's a good book, and it tells you to play e5 in this position so that that bishop will never be a bishop. It'll be more like a pawn because it can only move one square at a time, just like a pawn. Okay, here it could go 2 squares if it went all the way here, but then I would take it. So you can pretty much imagine that it's only going 1 square at a time, and not even a very good square if you ask me. So let's just put all his pawns on white. He already has 7 of his 8 pawns on white. Kibitz says b2 was unprotected. Really? b2 was unprotected, huh? Really? Really? That's interesting. Are you going to get your bishop outside the pawn chain? I doubt it. Who do you think you're kidding? You're not going to get your bishop outside the pawn chain. I can't decide if I should play f6 and just laugh at the bishop anyway, or I should play queen f6. And kind of have a little bit more versatility. I think queen f6 actually. His bishop's kind of trappedy, and I'll just keep it trappedy like that. So b2 is unprotected. That must be kind of a time warp because it's before I played e5, right? How could I take b2 before that? Let's get out of that line in case he plays h4. Now if he plays h4, it's going to hurt him mostly. It's going to be hurty for him. I'll just take that pawn for free. And then I will just gloat. I'll be like, no, 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 I took your pawn. And then I'll play rook g8, attacking his queen. And when it moves, I'll just be just about checkmating him right down there because my pawn will be off that file in this direction. The camera's actually backwards, guys. This is my right hand. My right hand. And I have to admit, it looks a lot like my left hand. But if I were in a mirror, then this would be my left hand. So it's not like looking in a mirror. Now there is a button that says flip camera, and I keep meaning to press it. But then I forget to. It's kind of like shaving, brushing your teeth, putting on deodorant, all that stuff. You forget to do it. Showering, eating, sleeping. Happens to everyone, right? I don't know. Yeah, Shamanix, if I had just taken b2 with my bishop, if only I'd done that. This is a really closed position. So now how do I win? Now that I've created the perfect position. I don't want you to push f6, I really don't. So I guess I'll play there and play f6 myself. Hold on, guys. We're a little stuck back in here. We're a little stuck, so I need your patience, please. Your patience is appreciated as we unstick. I think someone's going to run out of time. Now, I have 36 seconds on my clock. John 17, on the other hand, has only... He has only 83 seconds remaining, so I think he's probably going to be the one that runs out of time. That wasn't a very good move, John. Traded your bishop for a pawn, I see. Brilliant. I changed my mind about the time. He's going to run out of bishops first, and then time. Okay, why not nd4? Well, that's a good suggestion, knight d4, but then what? See, I had my knight on d4, and then I was doing nothing. So I moved it out, and now I'm doing nothing. But if I went back to d4, I'd be doing nothing again. Very nothing. Such. Nothing. I could play knight b4 and do nothing also. So the theory is from here I could do nothing in 2 different ways, whereas if I went there, I'd be already doing nothing in one way, and I'd rather have the possibility of nothing rather than just nothing, straight out nothing. You know what I mean? I think that makes sense. So at any time now, I could do nothing in either direction. So I'm kind of excited about the possibilities there. And also, I'm totally winning because 23 seconds is so much time. What do you mean forking queen and rook with knight d4? He never had a rook in range of d4. He never had any rooks on c2 or e2. No rooks that the knight could take. And John 17 resigns. That's because he's going to run out of time. Look, he only has 21 seconds, where I have 22, which is like 1,000 chess with seconds. GG. Editor, texter. I speak Korean. Bereksu marine. Minute. 1-0. Biobat. If you want to say anything Korean, all you have to do is just go after the word. Season 3. Okay. So now we're on the 5-minute game. So Shockful, you're doing it right. You challenged me to 5 minutes. You're the winner. All right, around the world, we've won 4 games, and the result is 4-0 if I do the math correctly. Hello. I'll say hello to him. Let's play double king pawn. And good luck. I'll send it in all caps because he needs that much luck against ChessWhiz. Am I full of myself? I don't know. Perhaps I should have a colonoscopy done and just see if I'm full of myself. How else would I find out? Is it knight f6 now? I think it's knight f6 now. Yeah, that's right. Seems perfect. Let's play the open variation. If the rook moves, he can force it back. You blah, blah, blah. What if I get forked right now? I'm reading the chats, but I don't have time to think about that last game that you guys are kibitzing about. Because I'm on to this game. If I take that, I'm pretty awesome. But if I don't take it, I'm forked. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, this is actually very serious. Very serious problems. Because this pawn right over here in the circle, the circled pawn, can cause me great grief when it moves forward. My knight has no home. And my king is not yet castled? I think I'm in danger. Maybe I should capture away from center with d takes c6 so that I can quickly recover. That might be best. Offer a queen trade and just simplify a little bit. Oh, this is better for him now, but I'm doing it. Good play, Shockful. You bamboozled me in the opening. Bamboozled. And I am now fully boozled. Now you can double my pawns, but I'm not too concerned because we're nearly in an endgame. Yeah, your position is very good. I have to refresh the page, reload this page, because the sound stopped working. Thibaut Fix. He doesn't watch the show anymore because it's too boring. But at least I can talk as if he is watching right now. That's permitted by the laws of this country. Okay. So this position has several imbalances. Firstly, I have 2 sets of double pawns against his 0 sets. So that's worse for me. Secondly, I have a bishop against his knight. That's good for me. Thirdly, he has a kingside pawn majority, which could promote to a pawn pretty easily in the later parts of this endgame. While I have a dumb set of pawns on the queen side that can do nothing. Because of this doubledness, when I advance down here, they're just going to hit a brick wall. He can set up his pawns in a way that I can't get past. So that's better for him. So 2 advantages for him, which is a majority that can do something and unhealthy pawns for me. 1 advantage for me, which is a bishopper. In conclusion, I'm doomed. But let's see what happens. Maybe he'll play knight d5 and take away my only advantage. Then we might get a draw. Because of my elite endgame skills, we'll be able to draw against him. You guys are arguing in chat. One person says that last game with all the pawns locked up, slow position because it's all closed up. There's no need to do anything quickly. And the other person says one tempo can make a difference. And he's using chess lingo. One tempo means one move. He could just say one move can make the difference. But he's trying to appear like an Einstein, or at least a chess player. So he's saying one tempo, which is actually kind of clever because it makes me think he knows what chess is all about, because that's what the chess people say. Now, if he were playing Go, he would not say one tempo. That would make him look like a loser chess player in the Go community. Instead, he would say that would be, he would say something like, having sente would make all the difference. He would say, Gote lose. I don't know what he would say. But for you Go player who's watching, I know there's not very many of you since there's 0 of you, but maybe you know what I'm talking about. Go is a board game just like chess, except way more complicated. And I'm actually not kidding. It's way simpler when it comes to the rules because you don't have to memorize. How does this knight move again? Like an L, or is it like a W? And does the pawn move 2 squares on his first move or on your first move? And what happens when the pawn gets to the end? It can't move anymore. All those things you have to memorize. But in Go, all you have to do is put things on the board. And there's only one thing you can put on the board. Very simple game. And yet it's more complex in terms of possibilities. It's a great game. It's a great game. I'm losing this pawn, so I guess I'll move it. Because I like to move it. I'm actually in trouble again in this endgame. Now that the rooks are gone, I'm still in trouble. His king is more advanced, which is good for him. But maybe he'll play knight g5, after which I'll fork him and take the knight. Hope that happens. Oh, it did happen. So that's pleasant for me. That was a blunder. Blunder shockful. Terribly blunderful. So now I get to edit my text and add wins more. 5 minute. I can't spell minute, but I can type anything. Oh, I've lost my colons. Let's add the colons here. Very good, very good. Now for you people who can't add, that adds up to 5 wins. We've gone halfway around the world and we're all wins all the time. And Shockful says, no, but that's not enough O's. Let me show you what no is really like. No. Okay, and then you browse there. And then you press the button in dire situations. Are you ready? Sorry about that. Star Wars reference, but it was fun. Okay, that's what you're supposed to say, Shockful. When you move your knight where a pawn can take it. Wasn't that the 5-minute game? Yeah, he challenged me to that. So now we're down to 4 minutes again, going around the other side of the planet. Oh, Shockful's so clever. He ran ahead of me and then turned around and was like, play me right now. The website has this little mechanism. Okay, this time we're going to play the lemming defense. Oh, it's so strong, the lemming defense. Yes. Let me move those words off the board for you so you can see what happens when I own him right in that area of F5 and F6. That's exactly where he's going to get hurt. Fianchetto, right? It goes really well with the lemming defense because... I'll let you finish that sentence. Shamanix. It's shaman. Sorry about that. Oh, you took my knight. That's a trap. As a trap, which is more Star Wars references. Sorry, you non-Star Wars fan. There's only one of you also. But it's all Star Wars all the time on ChessBiz TV today. Okay, let's do bishop. Yes. So he says, I'm reading the chat. There was a rule in Go which says you can't go back to a position which has occurred before. That's so hard to memorize. Depends if you're playing Ing rules or Japanese rules, Chinese rules, Chinese scoring, Japanese scoring. It's all so complicated. Yeah, and that's called a co-fight because it's actually Japanese. And then also determining who wins at the end can be really hard, complicating everything. It actually says, and determining who wins at the end due to life and death can be really hard. Does that just seem realistic to you guys? I mean, seriously, real life is like that too. At the end of life, you're like, wait, who won? It can be so confusing. That's a nice square you're going to get for that knight. I hope at the end of life you realize that you won because most people actually don't know how to keep score in life. That's a really beautiful knight though. Here's what they do. They try to score in areas, and then later in life they're like, wait, those areas don't matter. Castle. This is a great... I don't think lemming defense has gone very well for me. So let me give you some advice right now, viewer of ChessWhiz TV. Stop and think about what matters in your life. You might be surprised because most people prioritize things that don't matter. I know this because I'm one of them. For example, I'm prioritizing this chess game right now. It's very important. But a year from now, 3 years from now, I'm going to have no idea that I ever played this chess game, let alone who won it. Completely oblivious to the fact that this chess game ever existed. So you could say it doesn't matter too much. Even so, I'm going to beat you, Shockful. Even so. Even though your knight is awesome, my bishop's horrible, and I have some other problems, it's still true that I'm going to win. I'm not going to tell you how, because then you might stop me. It's going to be a surprise for you. But it will happen. But actually, this chess game does matter, and here's why. You guys are watching it, and you want to be entertained. So I'll do something entertaining for you, and then you'll have a great day. There goes my pawn, but I don't need pawns to win. I literally don't need pawns to win. I don't mean figuratively. I mean literally. Actually, I don't need that pawn. That's what I should say. I need some pawns, just not that one. Knight there, thinking about it. These holes are so Swiss cheeseful. It's painful. It's like I'm ready to just push them right now with e5 or c5 just to get rid of them. Because they're hurting me. I'm actually going to give that away too. I don't need pawns to win. Excuse me? Yeah, I'm going to give you an entertaining game. That's step one. And then step two, you're going to have a great life because of this chess game. And there's a lot of you watching, so this is like a multiplier effect. Every one of you is going to have a great life from now on because of this chess game. Then, it's a compounding effect, see. Ooh, then my rook is going to die. Well, I didn't anticipate that part. Or maybe my bishop. Something bad happens next. Why are you not taking on f3? I don't know. Maybe I should take on f3 right now and lose my queen. This is so bad. Lemming defense is actually distasteful to me at this time. Extremely distasteful. Extremely. I'm losing significant pieces. Does he have enough pieces for an attack? I don't think so. And I agree. You know, it just depends on what kind of attack. It's true that I can't attack the white king on this chessboard very well. But I can verbally attack Shockful because he's watching the stream. And Shockful, your brain is so small. What? I can't insult you very well, though. I mean, if my brain were bigger, I would think of a great insult right now. But I can't even finish a sentence. Because if I did... See what I did there? Didn't finish that sentence. In your face. Okay, now I'm taking on f3 at the recommendation of who was it that gives that? My pawns eat pull. Pull, that spells people, right? PPL. Pull. Yeah, at your recommendation, I'm taking on f3. So if this doesn't work, it's your fault. And we'll see what happens next. I think he'll take my rook, and I'll take his knight, and then I'll be threatening his other rook and his bishop at the same time. And then Shockful's just going to resign. That's the plan. He's moving slower enough that I can just run him out of time as soon as it gets complicated, which is right now. So I'm pretty excited. He's probably going to play rook e1 with this rook here. Move it over. Because then he'll be guarding his knight, which is guarding his bishop. Oh, he didn't. Good. He should have. I think he should have, because then everything would be guarded so beautifully. But as it is, everything is under attack so beautifully. Just depends on your perspective. Where did you move now? There. Should I take that pawn and lose my knight, which guards his bishop? Should I? Apostolos is really trying to get a game with me. So at the end of all that, at the end of all things, Baggins, here at the end of all things, I guess now we've got a Lord of the Rings reference. You know, when Frodo is lying on the mountain just before the giant eagles rescue him, because that's basically what happens in every book everywhere, is that giant eagles rescue you at the end. Just before that, he says, I'm glad you something something, Sam, here at the end of all things. And that's a pretty good line. But it might not be in the movie, because movies aren't as good as books, especially Aragon. Guys, I don't know if any of you read Aragon, but it's way worse, way better than the book. I'm running out of time, so I need to do a few blunders here to just catch up. I'm doing some blunders. Doobie-doo, down a rook. Down a whole rook. Ouch. Ooh, Shockful, you might have me this game. You might have me, but I'm pretty fast. Ooh, I needed that pawn. That was part of my plan. Oh, you stopped me. Okay, Shockful, can you finish it off? Can you finish it off? It's going to be tough. Yeah, you're having trouble. Oh my, I had a plan for that pawn too. You know, I'm never planless except when I have no plan. I think you're about to get me. You're going to get me. And then you're going to win. Right? Checkmate. Oh, bad luck. I didn't checkmate him. It was a 50-50 chance that was going to be me checkmating him. But he won. Well, Shockful, you took the win, so I have to edit this now and say, where's my editor? Oh, it's not there. It's over here. Oh, Shockful, you're so good. Maybe Lemming Defense is so bad. Shockful. Shockful wins. So now it's 5-1. Shockful, did I spell that correctly? Shockful is so hard to spell. Full. I don't even know if it's pronounced like that. Wins is going to have to go over the A1 square. Nothing interesting is happening on A1. Okay, is Apostolus challenging me still to a 3-minute game? That seems exactly right. You've been very patient, Apostolus. So I'll play you a game. But this is probably your one chance to get a game in around the world. Let's go. E4. Free bishop. Yeah, there were some blunders at the end. Sad game. Should we analyze that while we wait for him? Let's go to my profile, go to that game. Whoops, not that game. I don't want to obs my own game. Obs, that's short for observe. Every internet nerd knows that. Replay and analyze. Yeah, what happened here? Right in here when things got really hairy. I'm only down the exchange and 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 pawns. Exchange and 3 pawns. My disadvantage is tiny. So there. It's not a very good move. But I couldn't find any other safe squares for my bishop. Here I should probably just... No, take the bishop's not good enough. Here maybe knight h2 check as well. Oh, no, I should play bishop h. I should take right here. Right here, right now. It's my turn. Sorry, Apostolus. Sorry, let's play closed Sicilian. That would have helped a lot. Forced his king out there. Unfortunately, I don't have enough pieces to do anything with it. You're going to play d5? Bring it. d5. Come on, d5. You got to play d5. Right? Oh. He's not playing d5. There was another blunder before that. Sorry, Shamanix. There's a little delay in your messages, and I just can't. Just can't keep up. Uh-oh. Message. I have to shrink this down because it's blocking his message. There we go. Take. Here, now you don't dare take. Actually, he wouldn't have taken because then his pawns would be bad forever. These 2 pawns would be isolated double pawns. I don't think he would be taking on e4. Let's just go there and make things simpler. The diagonal was a little bit concerning to me. You had a mate in 5 according to Olith. Well, then I'm going to pull up my... Oh, look at that. Black with the checkmate. Amazing. Oh, I gave it up. Shockful, you were doomed, and now I realize it now that the computer has told it to me. Should I get pawn forked? I've changed my mind. I've decided not to move bishop e3 because my pawns would be forking me. His pawns would be forking me. So that with that change of plans... I guess at some point I have to answer Apostolus's question, which is over here. Are you gonna, that's not a word, keep playing after the around the world? That seems to have correct grammars. Am I gonna keep playing after Around the World? You are really low on time. Snout Valve, you are low on time. I am not really low. I have 71 seconds. That's many seconds. But you're pretty low on time, actually, which is also a word. The pawn fork was meaningless due to knight a4 with tempo on the queen. Yeah, you're meaningless. Actually, you're right. Wow, I'm just missing everything. If bishop e3 and e4, then I can play knight a4. Queen has to move and save my bishop. It doesn't seem to make much sense to do all that, but I guess I could do it. Great, I've lost a pawn. Take, knight takes, queen takes. And then my rook is hanging. He's still in the center. Can I capitalize on that? Now I'm a little low on time. Twitch.tv/Moscow121. Moscow, you're spamming my video. Wow, look at this. Look how rude Moscow is. He's like, come to watch me. I mean, that's nice. That's nice enough to go spam. Nice enough, right? But not only that, he says, come to the big boys club, which implies that this is the little boys club. Not very nice. And then what? I don't know. I think that's everything, so I guess that's okay. Should be able to checkmate this dude in the face as soon as I run out of time here, right? It won't take long. It's going to be tough. I wonder if Moscow 121 is actually playing chess. It's a great mystery to me. Oh, 17 seconds. You're right, Shamanix. It was very clairvoyant of you to tell me I'm low on time in the future, which I now am. Because I'm seriously low on time. It's very costly. You guys know what it's costing me? One chess game. Let's repeat. Pete and Repeat went out in the river in a boat. Pete fell out. Who was left? Repeat. Knight here's my move. Knight there is my move. I moved there. And it was my move, which is why I moved there. And now I'm going to take your knight if you don't take mine. I'm taking you. And I'm going here. Oh, I has no time. I have no time for your tricks. I needed that bishop very badly. I think you got me. The clock has me. Maybe I've got one more trick up my sleeve with these 3 seconds that remain. Oh, that's not my trick. Almost out of time. You were right. I ran out of time because there was no sound. Did you guys not hear any piece movement? Neither did I. That was horrible. Horrible. GG. GG to you. I almost have a trick here with queen f6 check, but after he blocks with rook, I don't. So it's like a one move. For a whole move, he's in check. 4 minute. 4 minute. 01. Things are bad on the other side of the planet, apparently. 3 minute. 01. And that's a victory for Apostolos. Not a very good game, I think. But that was really clever to take my e4 pawn and just toast me. And now the result is 5-2. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that line out because you guys can add for yourself because we're running out of room there. Okay, so what was that guy who was so rude? Moscow 121. Let's go troll him. Twitch.tv/Moscow 121. Here we go. Who's getting trolled now? This channel is intended for mature audiences. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not mature. Not mature enough to whatever that was. You're so bad, Moscow. You know what I'm going to do right now, Moscow? You know what I'm going to do? You guys see this button right here? What does it say? Ban user. Oh, you got so banned. Okay. 2 minutes now. And then 1 minute. I've already failed my goal of getting 8 points out of 9, but I can still get 7 out of 9 if I can win these last 2. And the time control is getting shorter, which is good for me because I'm speedy. Okay, let's play French defense against d4. That's allowed. Build house. That's what they call it in Go. If you're a Korean Go player, then you just say build house. Which makes no sense to anyone else, but to Koreans it makes sense. In English you would say take territory. But Koreans aren't English, they're Korean, which is why they say build house. It totally makes sense. Okay, we've got sound back. That's why I'm going to do much better. Yeah, it was the sound, actually. I blame Thibaut for that loss. I ran out of time because of the sound, and I blundered my pieces because I was out of time. And then something else happened because I blundered my pieces. It was a cascading series of events. What's going to happen in the center? I just built a battery. That's dangerous. What are you doing? So weird beard today. Rook here? I'm going to move my rook there next. Brilliant knight maneuvering. Just brilliant. And then what? My bishop's pretty bad. Oh, you're so smart. Trapping my queen almost. Do you think you can win by trading your bishop for my rook? Well, you're right. That is actually how you can win. Problematic for me. So I'll make the position very closed. That way his rook will never be anything. In Winning Chess Openings, according to My Pawns Eat People, Sirawan talks about building house for your king. Ah yes, he calls it house perhaps, but the technical term is Luft, which means don't get back rank checkmated. Sorry, that was a little loud. And I don't want to push that because then his rooks will become something. His rooks are becoming something. No. Don't become anything. Rooks. You bad creatures of badness. Become nothing. Okay, he has a rook. Will it ever become anything is the next question. My plan is no. Oh! Forked! Wow! Wow. Wow and ow at the same time. I guess I should have covered that square. I'm going over here. No, don't take my pawns. I need them. There we go. I will still take them. Oh well. I changed my mind. I don't need them. Down a rook. 16 seconds on the clock. It's like a basketball game. Except half you guys don't know what basketball is because checkmate. Actually, why didn't you just checkmate me with rook h7 checkmate? That would have been better. Now you're going to flag because Chess Whiz is that fast. Yup. Not even close. Not even close. The poor man was flagged before he even started playing chess. And he wants a rematch, which means sorry, I'm playing around the world. And then twitch.tv, I'll spam my own channel. Chess Whiz is so hard to type. Okay, edit this text. We're almost done. Almost done. So I was asked, am I going to play more after this? The answer is no. 2 minutes. 1-0. So I just need to win one more. I'll get 7 out of 9, which ain't too shabby, but it ain't too awesome. Actually, it is kind of awesome. So Cheesemas wants to play the final game. That's pretty dangerous. Apostolus also. Who should I play, guys? Which one should I play? Help me out. They're both so good at chess. They'll probably beat me. Maybe I should play them both. No, then I lose twice. Okay, I need to... Who should I play for the final game? This is the final game of chess before Chess Whiz goes off air, aka off the internet, aka no more Chess Whiz for you. Unless you go to youtube.com/user/ChessWhizTV, where you can watch every episode of Chess Whiz TV except episode 2. So I've received an instruction to play Cheese Whiz, so that's the one we're going to play. And then I received an instruction to play both of them at the same time. That's not what we're going to do. Fortunately, that instruction came afterward. So this is the final game. It's an epic match between Chess Whiz and Cheese Whiz. The winner of this game is the ultimate prize cheese champion. That's a technical term. There can only be one on planet Earth at a time. And I'm currently fighting for the title. 1 minute chess game. Very fast chess. Very interesting moves. I have no sound. Refresh. Come on. Tebow, you're so cheater. Taking my sound away right when I need it. Okay. I guess I'll just attack him over here, even though I lose a pawn, because his king's in the center and he's not castled anywhere. He's a crazy man. Great. I wanted to take g5. Even up the material a bit. Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant again. Get over here. You guys hear that? I can hear it. Sounds like singing. It's kind of nice. That's a good square for my knight. Chess Whiz versus Cheese Whiz, Grand Champion finale. Check! Oh, is that good or what? Leads to nothing, but it leads to kind of a cool nothing. Check! That one's a lot better. Yes, Cheese Whiz, you got checked. And it's a painful check. In fact, it's about to be bye-bye rook check and bye-bye other rook. I won 2 rooks with 1 check. That doesn't happen every day on Chess Whiz TV, because Chess Whiz TV doesn't really have that often, if you know what I mean. We'll just take that because it keeps things simpler. Being ahead 2 rooks is nice, but you still have to finish your chess game. Whoops, I guess I'll trade a rook for that bishop. Because I could have lost it for nothing. I mean, he could have just taken that rook with his king. So it's collateral. It's minimizing losses, whatever that's called. So because look at this, rook d8, boom, brilliancy. And then his king is like, where should I go? This way. And then I was like, my rook, and it helped me out to take that because then he ran out of time. Brilliant game of chess. So glad we had that opportunity to play Cheese Whiz. So let's type GG to him. Chess Whiz versus Cheese Whiz. I'm sorry, Postulus, you were out popularized by Cheese Whiz because he was the one who was requested to play me by the chatter. So 2 minute, I won. 1-0. You guys remember that. And the 1 minute, I won. Sorry, I got close to the mic there. So how are we looking all together? How does that look? Does that look beautiful? I can't even see it anywhere. That kind of works. Let's go back to the main page. Okay, where does this fit? There we go. Chess Whiz TV. 11111001111. Oh, there seems to be a typo. Hold on, guys. This is important. Okay, how does that look? 1110011. 7 out of 9. Not too bad. Ding. I'm not too dissatisfied with that result. Now, we played a variety of people today, mostly viewers, which is interesting. They were very clever to just jump in line and match me. I took a few challenges, ran into a few viewers in the public matchmaking forum, but it was good. It was good. That was fun. Next episode on Saturday at 3 p.m. GMT, we're probably going to go play in the Bullet Tournament because that's a lot of fun. And then Tuesday is Fun Day Monday yet again. The challenge this week is to get as many pawns to the 5th rank as possible in the first 40 moves. Now, the 5th rank is not the 4th rank, guys. So if you're black, you can't just count the numbers backwards and be like, okay, 5, and then move your pawn 2 squares and you're done. That's not true. You have to move your pawn 2 squares and then 1 square. That gets it to the 5th rank. So as many pawns as you can get to the 5th rank gives you your score. Let me say that again. For each pawn you get to the 5th rank, you score 1 point. If you can score all 8 pawns to the 5th rank at some point in the game, then you get the grand champion score of 8. But that would mean every pawn survives all the way there. Very difficult. Also, you can't contrive this game with a friend or yourself or the computer. You have to play another human being on Lichess. On Lichess. So that's a little bit tricky. So go ahead, take that challenge. If you succeed in getting 5 or more, you're pretty good. So send in those games to me. You can just copy the URL of the game, paste it in a message to ChessWiz. Don't send it to CheeseWiz. He doesn't want to see it. And then I'll take a look at those games and we'll air some of them on Tuesday, which is that day over there at that time. So that was fun. Glad you guys tuned in for that enjoying day of chess. This has been ChessWiz TV. Let me start over. Actually, let's start over. Take another hour. This has been ChessWiz TV. I'm ChessWiz. Thanks for watching. That sounds dumb too. Let's try one more time. Bye.